Let me talk to you.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. True Individual 90 here, and I am here to give my thoughts on the latest State of Play from PlayStation. And I must say, it was quite the dub for PlayStation, as I felt that State of Play was pretty much made with me in mind. I hope everyone who has watched found something they can look forward to. Here are the 4 games that I'm looking forward to. The first one on my list is something real close to my heart, and that is the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Mortal Kombat is actually one of the very first games I ever played as a child alongside Sonic 1 back in the mid-90s. I think we're getting the arcade, console, and handheld versions of Mortal Kombat 1 through 4 is absolutely mind-boggling. I've spent a lot of my childhood playing Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 in Sega Genesis, and the fact that it has been preserved and I can play it without emulation is astounding. And also, this compilation has rollback netcode. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to be extended for every single game in the compilation or just the arcade ports, but in any event, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not really a big online competitive player. I played a fair bit of Mortal Kombat 11 online, as well as Killer Instinct and Killer Fighters 15, but seeing this might get me interested in getting in the ring and playing a couple of rounds against some of the best, and seeing how I fare. I know there's a good chunk of the MK fandom that wants the 3D games in this compilation. I regret to inform you that that most likely won't happen, but I'm going to be hopeful here. If this compilation sells, which I am very sure it will, we will get a Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection 2 with the 3D titles in there. Can you imagine a 3D Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection with Mortal Kombat Deception, Deadly Alliance, Armageddon, and Shaolin Monks? Hell, throw Special Forces and Mythologies in there, just for the sake of preservation. And add some rollback netcode to it. Take my money, pretty please, and thank you. Next game on my list is Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered. The NVIDIA leaks were true. We're not just getting Tactics Remastered, we're also getting Tactics War of the Lions as well, which was my introduction to Final Fantasy Tactics. We're not just getting the classic version of Final Fantasy Tactics, we're getting an enhanced version as well. The enhanced version features a revised script and fully voiced dialogue. Additionally, brand new UI, improved graphics, and also many new features have been added to make the game more approachable, including the ability to confirm unit turn order with the press of a button, scout the battlefield from afar, speed up battles and fast forward, and save during battles. Thank God, because these fights can be slow, and being able to adjust difficulty on the fly to match your play style. Now, I hope there's experience in guild boost, as well as being able to boost up job points, just like the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, but that remains to be seen. I am looking forward to this because I played Final Fantasy Tactics just out of curiosity a few years ago, and I became a huge fan. I dedicated over 100 hours to that game, and because I just couldn't put it down. There's just so many ways to customize your units and make yourself the most powerful unit in all of Ivalice. Now, there's one thing I ask Square to do. Can we please buff up Cloud? Because when you find him in the original game, he starts off at level 1 instead of the level of the rest of the party. Can we boost up my boy? Please, 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 because I want to use him for my final party. I want to have a final party of Ramza, Sid, Cloud, Agrius, and Balthier. Can I have that, please? Just like the ROM hacks? Pretty please! Buff my boy! Okay, I'm done. I'm done begging. My only complaint about Final Fantasy Tactics at Ivalice Chronicles is that some of the other Ivalice games are not included, like Tactics Advance 1, Tactics Advance 2, and Vagrant Story. Hopefully these games are out of jail soon and we could see these games replayed on modern consoles. My best bet is Vagrant Story will probably be re-released as PlayStation 1 Classics for PlayStation Plus Premium, but as for the other two games, I'm not too sure. Here's to a future re-release of those games as well, because those games need to be preserved. The next game on my list is Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement, which is going to be released sometime in 2026. I am a huge fan of the Castlevania series, as I've beaten every single 2D Castlevania game, including the Metroidvanias, and I've beaten all of the Bloodstained games as well. Curse of the Moon 1 definitely is one of my favorites, alongside Ritual of the Night and all of its expansions. This is something I've been looking forward to for the better part of 6 years. This game, from what we saw in the preview, takes everything Ritual of the Night does and multiply it by 2, simply because you're going to be using not one, but 2 heroes in the game. However, instead of Miriam and Zangetsu being the main protagonists, we got 2 new ones in Leonard, a young apprentice, and Alexander, a knight. And from what we see in the gameplay and how well they work together, it definitely gives me Castlevania Portrait of Ruin vibes, which is another game that I really enjoyed. If you haven't bought that yet, there's the Dominus Collection. It's out now. Buy it. It's worth your time. And one reason why none of the protagonists from Ritual of the Night appear in this game is simply because it's a prequel to Ritual of the Night. So I'm really loving the world building that is going into Bloodstained, and I'm really looking forward to how the story plays out and how Leo and Alexander work together as a team. It's like, if this game is chock full of content like Ritual of the Night, we're going to be in for a real treat. The final game I'm looking forward to definitely is a breath of fresh air and a pleasant surprise. PlayStation Studios, Marvel Games, and Art System Works are coming together to make a Marvel All-Stars fighter called Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Yes, that is a mouthful. That's why I'm stuttering. Shout out. I personally would have thought for sure we would have gotten a Marvel's Capcom 4 thanks to the release of the Marvel's Capcom Collection just last year. But this was secretly in the works? We're getting an ArcSys game from Marvel? Man, this is definitely a game changer. And what else was a game changer is the X-Men appearing in this game. Simply because they were missing in Marvel's Capcom Infinite. And it just makes me wonder, who else other than Storm is going to be in this game? As this is going to be a 4v4 fighter. How many characters are going to be in this game? I got so many questions. What's going to be the DLC? What is the final roster? Who makes the final cut? I don't know. There's so much intrigue. And also, the most important question, when is this game coming out? In 2026. Is it going to be the beginning of the year? Is it going to be late in the year? I don't know, but I am interested. Some of my favorite fighting games of all time are tag and team battle games, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Capcom vs. K2, Project Justice, King of Fighters 98, etc. This game looks cool, it looks fun, and I hope this game delivers, because from what I see, it looks awesome. I just hope it plays as well as it looks. In closing, PlayStation Stateofplay was an absolute A+ for me. I found at least a good 4 or 5 games that I am definitely looking forward to within the next 2 years. But what about you? What are you looking forward to thanks to Stateofplay? If you didn't look forward to anything, are you looking forward to Summer Games Fest? By the time this video is released, the Summer Games Fest probably has already happened, and I'll be making another video on that as well. But until then, it's True Individual signing off, saying good fight, good night.